Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing alright. Everyone's chilling, going about their day nice and lovely. You know how it is. Know what it be. Today we're going to be doing Apollyon. Tainted, once again. Or at least trying to go for Tainted. I hope we can. But we'll see, you know. We shall see. Anyways, that aside, everyone's doing alright. Everyone's, kind of enjoying their day. I'm enjoying my nice and lovely Wednesday now. Honestly, I know Memorial Day was Monday, didn't work then, so glad, but it feels weird that this is my second day of work and it's like halfway through the week, you know what I mean? It feels weird that like in 2 days is Friday, you feel me? It just don't seem right. It doesn't seem like the middle of the week, but like, if we're being real, it is. And it just kind of baffles me, bro. The passage of time tolls even for thee, one might say. And it kind of, I don't want to say scares me, but it's just like, interesting, you know? You feel me on this one, or am I sounding crazy? We need to find health. Not really sure, you know? I feel like I'm going insane. Damn it, I wanted to blow them up next to that heart, but it's not happening, bro. Oh, I'm totally dying in this room. Spiders, I'm dying, bro. I'm getting hit. Besides that, though, you know, besides the passage of time tolls even for thee, I guess I'm doing pretty okay. You know, it's a regular old Wednesday. Middle of the day, I guess you can call it, you know, middle of the week. Honestly, excited for the weekend. Don't think I have anything planned, but I'm just, you know, I get to relax. Honestly, I still have yet to recover from that day that I slept in. Not slept in. I still have yet to recover from last 2 nights ago, I guess, sleep. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I was mad tired because of the fact that I slept low-key too late. I fell asleep a little too late. It was like, what? 10, not even. It was 1 a.m. I fell asleep at 1 a.m. I woke up at like 7 something, dude. Only got a couple hours of sleep. Not the greatest. I definitely feel bad at myself because, like, one, I need sleep. Everyone needs sleep. Oh, quick little update, actually. I remember last episode I mentioned I had like a weird tooth thing, like this gum in between my tooth was inflamed. Woke up this morning, immediately went to go like check my tongue, like, you know, feel my tongue in that area. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? It is down. I don't know why. I don't know how. But it annoys me, you know? It annoys me to kind of know, be like, what's the point, you know? Shit was annoying me all day yesterday just for it to be like, I'm gone now, you know? Fucking Tony's weird rambling aside though, you know, I'm over here rambling about literally nothing. I fell asleep mad late because I don't know, man. I was just not even bored. I don't even know what to call it. I was just looking at my phone, bro, you know? Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna say this from a place of genuine, a place of genuine, he says. But I saw this video in my feed yesterday, and I decided, you know what? Let me give it a watch. I enjoy this content creator. I watched me a nice Eddie Burback video, and the video was I think his most recent one, where he talks about how he always be on that damn phone, and he decided, you know what, I hate my phone, I'm gonna go an entire month without my phone. It was a cool video, I will say. It was very intriguing to watch because, one, I feel like that's something that everyone says, you know what I mean? I feel like that is something that like we as a human can acknowledge. It's like phones are pretty cool. They're pretty great. But also I feel like a lot of people, or at least the sentiment I see, is that a lot of people are fed up with phones. Okay, let's see what it is. That's good, actually. I was gonna get rid of it. But I think Mom's Wig is actually a good item. So I was gonna throw that bitch away. That was horrible damage. Also, I'm sorry if you guys can hear. Dude, I don't know why. What's going on? The wind here has been crazy recently. The freaking curtains keep slamming against my headboard, bro. But what's it called? I feel like it's something everyone has acknowledged, right? I would think to say this. At least it's something, it's a thought I've had. It's definitely not a new thought. But a part of me has thought sometimes where it's like, I feel like phones, social media, stuff like that, kind of not exactly the greatest thing ever. Definitely has done, I don't want to say irreparable damage to society, but like, I'm pretty sure it's statistically proven that there are like higher rates of like teen depression and like mental things like that due to like Instagram and stuff, you know? It's obviously, at least for the growing populace. Let's eat it. For speed and a luck up? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it, brother. You know, one, that's been like real. That's like a proven thing. Source? Fucking look it up, brother. You know, I don't have the source to cite here, but I know that it's the fucking case. You know what I mean? I know it's a real thing, but you know, first off, hearing about that, unfortunate, sucks to be like, you know, what the hell? Issues with social media and like teen depression and, you know, other shit like that. You know, it's unfortunate. It sucks. Two, I think most people can share that. I don't have any stats to back this up, but I think most people can like kind of share this sentiment. There's been a very large issue in terms of social media, and that is, you know, the amount of misinformation and B, I don't want to say severity because that doesn't seem like the right word, but like, you know, people be getting more mad, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, phone, social media, internet usage, you know, it just be getting a whole bunch of people angry. And to say this, you know, could be true, but I feel like phones allow easier access to that kind of negative side of things. You feel me? If you think of Tony, social media exists with or without phones. Yeah, I know, you know, social media exists on like, you know, there's mobile and then there's desktop versions of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of that. But the fact that all of that is so easily accessible, you know, and I'm gonna be real, it's such an easy distraction from anything. You know what I mean? You can just at your own whim be like, you know what? I want to cook my brain for a little bit. Let me open up TikTok and scroll for 2 hours. Laying in bed, you know, you're like a little bored laying in bed trying to go to sleep. You're like, you know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna scroll a little bit of TikTok before I go to bed. Oh, too late. You already cooked yourself. You know what I mean? You done cooked yourself in going this endeavor. I can hear the wind howling. Holy Lord. Nah, you know, you might be thinking like, oh, Tony, but you can do that on PC. But you're less likely to do it though. You know what I mean? The effort it's gonna take for you to be like, let me open up, what's it called? Let me first get up from my chair, go over to like my desk, turn on my PC, log into the website on my PC, and then just start scrolling. You know, it's such an effort compared to just opening your phone, you know? The thing that most people have laying like literally next to them in their bed or on their nightstand, it just kind of seems like a no-brainer as to like, this is too easily accessible, you feel me? Anyways, that's the same kind of like arguments and stuff Eddie Burback made in his video. And he ended up, if you see, I'm not gonna like recap the entire video word for word, beat for beat, because, you know, like I'm just stealing bro's video and points at that point, you feel me? So I'm gonna go over my key takeaways, and if you haven't seen the video, I highly suggest you go watch it. It's very good. But essentially, the kind of the key takeaways he got from the entire video is like, you know, at first he was bored, but then he kind of learned to like /A, accept the boredom, and B, just kind of, you know, oh, hold on, keeper sack. Hold on, keeper sack is goated. He learned to like A, accept the boredom, you know, it's not that bad. And he also kind of had like a, what's the word I'm thinking? I don't want to say newfound appreciation, but you know, Eddie Burback was talking about how like it was, it felt, he felt normal, you know? It felt good to not constantly be checking your phone. He picked up reading a bit more. You know, he the only time he would savor friendships, not savor friendships, but like anytime he went to go hang out with friends, it was a full-blown commitment, because your friend called you, gave you plans like, hey, we're gonna go hang out here. You know, you had to get up, go there to go hang out with them. It was a whole ordeal, I guess you can call it. You know, it's a whole ordeal to go out, and it's not as simple as like, kind of just wanted to be like, I don't want to go. Let me just shoot him a quick text. You know what I mean? Let me shoot him a quick text. You know, usually I would take that item. Because we have Spoonbender, I'm not going to, because it doesn't make sense to have homing and then take away the homing. You know what I mean? Yeah, oh, but Tony, you just gotta get it near the enemy and it'll home onto them. That's like, no, come on, bro, that's different. You know it is, you know it is. But regardless, you know, it was a very interesting video. I'm gonna be real. It was a very interesting video to watch. It was cool. Honestly, kind of made me want to do the whole ordeal myself, but I don't know if I want to go through the entire effort that he did of like, he like literally got like a landline, motherfucker got a Rolodex, you know, for his contacts. It was crazy. I don't remember the last time I heard the word Rolodex, you feel me? Last time I remember it was like from a Gabriel Iglesias bit. And even then, the last time I heard Rolodex, it was from a Gabriel Iglesias bit from like the like mid 2000s. And in that bit, he's talking about how an officer was so old school in like what he had, that he had a Rolodex, you feel me? So it's like, it's been, what, 20 years since like I've last heard the genuine mention of a Rolodex, and it was in the context of this man has a Rolodex, this dude is living in the past. It's crazy, you know? I'm not gonna grab you because I don't have a charge. I'm gonna go get the charge to see if the item is worth consuming or not. But yeah, it honestly, it was genuinely, you know, I don't want to go through that effort, but I'm gonna be real. I kind of share the sentiment of like, what if I just got rid of my phone? You feel me? What if I just got rid of my phone? I just get a fucking flip phone. You know what I mean? I'll be like, here, you want to hit me up? This is my phone number. I got myself a freaking flip phone. Call me on this. Shoot me a message on this. You know, we're good type of deal. You feel me? It was crazy, but also it interests me, you know, in a weird sort of way. I kind of want to follow in that footstep, because I don't want to completely rob myself of technology as a whole. You know, I still got Isaac to record. I still enjoy playing games. But I think I at least definitely can see the point of spending too much time brain rotting or spending too much time. Let's get that. We need it. Tears up. Spending too much time not going to sleep because I am on my phone, or having a hard time waking up because I can wake up, just pull out my phone and start scrolling instantly. You know what I mean? And instead it's like there's nothing to keep me in bed, so I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna get out of bed, frame one, you feel me? Stuff like that. I think it's real interesting, bro. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's real interesting, the video, and I might follow suit in some way. Maybe like not a social media cleanse, maybe a social media cleanse. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, bro. You feel me on this one? I do want to keep up with the news, but I also don't want to live in a. I want to keep up with the news, but I also feel like my brain and a lot of other people's human brains, we're not meant to be seeing opinions on this and that, or you know, other stuff like that. You feel me? I was not meant to see this many opinions on a specific topic with this much nuance. You know what I mean? Like, it just don't make sense, bro. It just don't make sense. Me as a human, I was meant to simply speak with others and like go about my own sort of I don't know, you know what? I'm making no sense. You gotta see the video. Oh, another point that I thought was really interesting. And I mean, if you're a normal human being, aka like you're not terminally online, you might kind of see this point as like a, well, duh. But one thing that he pointed out that I didn't think he would point out, but I thought was real interesting, was people's opinions on shit. You know, it's just different. Seeing an opinion on someone in the real world versus seeing an opinion on someone like online, you know what I mean? There are like individuals out there that will, you know, like that, not actually fillet you or kill you, but there are certain anonymity bonuses give people the ability to say whatever the hell they want, sort of deal. You know what I mean? There's less of that in the real world. Also, that is fucked up, bro. He took like 10 years to fight me. You know, so what I mean by that is like, essentially, I can have a disagreement with some random dude online on Twitter or whatever, and 90% of the time, they're probably gonna be like, you're a fucking moron, you know, or something like that. I've seen it happen in real time. I've seen people call other people the freaking, what's it called? You know, like, not slurs, but I've seen some bad language be used by these individuals. You feel me? Is all I'm trying to say. I've seen some bad language be used by some people whose like sole point is, I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to call you out in your post, in your opinion. In the real world, you have a difference of opinions. You know what you say, bro? Someone's like, oh, I think this is good. And you're like, oh, I think this is good. You're like, man, I'm not sure if I agree. You know, it is what it is though. Or you're just like, yeah, I guess, you know? That's the classic. That right there, that's the classic, like, I'm not gonna argue on this because, like, it's not, what's the point? You feel me? It's like, yeah, I guess. Or maybe, you know? That, hit those two voice lines, it's over. Hit those two voice lines on someone, it's over. It's the easiest way to stop the argument on planet Earth. You just hit someone with the maybe, you know, boom, done. They're done for. Ow! You son of a bitch. Yo. I don't know if y'all can hear that. There's some, I don't know if it's a lawnmower or something, but I oh my god, bro. I'm like, I don't want to say shut up because that's mean, but like, brother, you know, what are we doing here, man? I understand, you know. It's loud. Tony complaining that people are out here like mowing their lawn or whatever. Yeah, a little bit. I know, moronic. You don't have to point it out. I'm not actively upset. If I just want to close my window, it's like I'm cooked. You know what I mean? If I leave my window open, I have to deal with like a loud someone blowing leaves or, you know, whatever. If I close my window, then the room's gonna get hot. You know, I don't get the wind blowing in. The room's gonna get a little cooked. And it's like, oh, well, shit, what am I supposed to do? I think that was the move, I'm gonna be real. And here's what we're gonna do. There's a room over there on the left. I'm going to use that room to get myself cube of meat. You fuck. You fuck. I'm gonna get myself cube of meat. And then I'm going to go to the shop, buy myself a battery. And with that battery, I'm going to eat jar of flies. Wait, no, that doesn't work. I don't think that works, never mind. Tears up? Yes, tears, yes. We're just gonna donate. We need to donate. I have abused my machine too much, you know what I mean, in the past. I need to get them feeling right again. Right as rain, they call it. Dude, fuck you, game? I feel like I have gotten Curse of the Blind too much. I'm gonna be honest with you. It kind of feels insane. I feel like I have been... This is the third time I've got Curse of the Blind this run. Am I tripping on saying that? Or is that like a real stat? Like, can someone back me up on that? Someone count? Because that's just criminal, bro. I'm trying to like, you know, do a run right here, bro. And the game's out here cooking me. Fucked up, so fucked up, man. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what Tony does with his life in that aspect. You know what I mean? Like I said, a part of me wants to like kind of go that undertaking, but I also know it's a large commitment. Will Tony do it? Maybe. I haven't decided yet on how I'm feeling regarding that aspect of my life. But after the fact that I stayed up until like 1 AM browsing TikTok, Instagram, YouTube shorts, that like I definitely in my heart knew I should be going to bed, yet I was still like, I didn't have the willpower to break free, and I was still just scrolling for like too long, you know? A part of me wants to be like, something needs to be done. You feel me? Something needs to be done. I have fallen for this trap one too many times. Oh my god, I love that item, bro. Okay. Let's go. Nice. Yo, that guy. He must die. There you go. Also, I'm really loving how the game is giving me all of the, literally every single room except the item room or shop, because the game knows I only have a limited amount of charges on the void here. There we go. Tony thinks the game is actively out to get him, and that's just, you know what, it might be true. Honestly, it might be true. Y'all saw that? Slander? Okay. Didn't I get like 2 nickels? Hello? Why did I have 7 cents? And oh, thinking about it, I just realized that's the item room. That's the what's it called? There's no point. Let's just go. We'll save this for later in case something good happens or something. Oh, lucky penny, my beloved. For all these lucky pennies, I feel like I haven't gotten shit, you know? I'm gonna be honest, man. I feel like I'm lacking hardcore. Planetarium question mark? Planetarium question mark? No. Why would it ever be anything good? So, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be real. Thinking about it, dude, it doesn't seem like that bad of a proposition sort of deal. You know what I mean? Like, what else does Tony use social media for? I don't even post. I use it just to look at memes. Yo! This game sucks. This game fucking blows, brother. This game sucks. Am I tripping? This is now the 4th Curse of the Blind I've gotten this entire run. Right? 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 I'm not a moron?
Shot speed up.
What am I supposed to do? Game? This shit is criminal. This shit is fucking criminal, bro. Can I be real? This shit should be illegal. Ah, this is criminal. This is criminal. Fucking hate this game. Can I say that? I think this is the worst game ever created. One of those was an active item. I don't know what it was, and I'm afraid to use it. But one of those was 100% an active item because I did not get 2 stat upgrades. Or I got 2 stat upgrades, but it wasn't double stat upgrades. I don't know what it was. Or maybe I did get double stat upgrades. Nah, I don't think so, bro. I'm gonna be real. Oh crap. I forgot he was that guy. Whoopsie. Give me a second. Before we continue our ascent, give me 1 second.
Just get over.
My apologies, y'all. I forgot what was I even speaking on anything? I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think I was. I'm just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get my ass through here. Honestly, I'm gonna be real here. Have I talked about Apollyon before? I think I mentioned Apollyon in passing. But I'm gonna be real, I like Apollyon. I think Apollion's a very good character. Very I wanna say underrated, but I think that might be the case. I'm gonna be real. I think Apollyon is a mad underrated character. He essentially turns good items into solid stats, you know what I mean? Or no, he turns bad items into solid stats, and good items, well, they're good items. If you get a run with all good items, I'm never complaining. I know a lot of people like to call him like just like a worse Isaac sort of deal, but I don't see it that way. Stat-wise, he is identical to Isaac. He only has the Void, which makes him different. But if I got a good Apollyon run, I'm not gonna complain. You know, say I get a run so good I never need to use Void, I'm not gonna complain about the fact that, oh, I mean, yeah, he's solid, but I didn't even get to use the void, you know? It's just a worse Isaac. No, I got a good run, you know? Who cares what happens? Who cares what I was playing? I got a good run. I got a good run, brother. You feel me? But if I ever have a bad run, you know, I get some horrible items. In my mind, I'm thinking, hey, I can at least eat them for something good. You almost always at least get a damage up. Granted, it could just be horrible luck. You could never get a damage up in your life. If you get a shot speed and like a range up, then, you know, unfortunate. I'd say that's the only bad thing. If you get a luck up, good, more consumables. You get a tears up, good, better DPS. You get a speed up, good, you can dodge better, you know? Almost every other stat that you can get up is good. The only bad ones I would say are like range and shot speed. You feel me? And if you manage to pull out range and shot speed only from your void pools and you have bad items throughout the entire run, I'm gonna keep it real with you, brother. That run was cooked from the beginning. Like, from the beginning, it was already a cooked run, bro.
You are taking this too far. Do you hear how you sound?
But this dude's goated, honestly. I'm a firm believer of that. This is a good character. Why'd I come over here? I knew it wasn't gonna be anything. Can I escape? No, right? Oh, they do let you. I thought they didn't. That was bad. That was horrible damage. I fucking hate these enemies, dude. God almighty. They piss me the fuck off. Sorry, excuse my language. They piss me the hell off. Oh, 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 what? Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. I don't fucking care anymore. Oh my lord. Dude, what are we doing, man?
We need you. Your son needs you.
Am I a moron? I've just been taking so much fucking bad damage, bro. I feel so stupid. Especially considering we are so close to Dogma. We like what, dude? We entered we were about to enter over here with like 2 rows of hearts. Not full rows, but a row and some, you know? A row and some change. We're down to fucking 5 hearts right now, dude. Oh my god, I feel like such a moron. Whatever. Is what it is, man. You know, it's one thing I've noticed. Personally, I'm not the first one to make this distinction. Definitely won't be the last, but it is something that I've noticed. How come any sort of like low calorie, like anabolic, like food kind of thing, it's always like, brother, I got you. You know, you want to know how to make some low calorie, high protein, like, what's it called? Here's how to make the world's best low calorie, high protein pudding or whatever, high protein dessert. First, you're gonna want to get yourself an entire pound of Greek yogurt and cottage cheese and just start throwing that bitch in there. And it's like, what? Cottage cheese? Greek yogurt, my guy? Come on, we can't, ain't nothing else we could do? Like literally nothing else we could do. It's always the same fucking ingredient, cottage cheese, bro. Here's how to make a low calorie, high protein mac and cheese deal. You want to get yourself a brick of cottage cheese, not a brick, a pound of cottage cheese and a brick of low fat cream cheese. And it's like, I'm not against cream cheese at all. I think it's really good, but it's always the cottage cheese, bro. Always the cottage cheese, always the Greek yogurt. You know what I mean? That's why I don't be making low calorie alternatives to like that specific food. I make low calorie alternatives to like meat products, and even then I wouldn't even say low calorie alternatives. I don't deep fry my chicken tenders, I air fry them, you know what I mean? That's what I do, so to save on the calories. And also chicken tenders are so good. Honestly, chicken tenders top like 5, not even top 5, chicken like top 2 Top 2 meats. And you know what else? Turkey. I think turkey gets a bad rap. Unfortunately, I think turkey gets a bad rap, bro. I never understood it. Never understood the turkey disrespect. Because I'm an avid turkey glazer. I'm an avid... Ooh, hold up. Hit him one of the... I'm an avid turkey fan, bro. That shit is fire. But I am tired of seeing all these slanderous remarks on turkey. People always say it's like one of the worst Thanksgiving foods. And I will say, if you gave me the choice between ham and turkey for Thanksgiving, I'm going ham like 10 times out of 10. Ham is just goated. Ham is just too good. But don't sleep on turkey, bro. That's all I'm saying. Don't sleep on turkey. I think turkey is mad good. In Thanksgiving, as just like a regular, I'd be getting myself ground turkey. It's a great substitute for ground chicken. Higher protein value, you know what I mean, bro? It's good. And I'm gonna be real with you. People be like, oh, I don't like the flavor of protein. You know? Protein, it's too dry, or not, I don't like the flavor of turkey. Too dry, whatever, yada yada. My brother in Christ, you just ain't making it right, you know? I'm sorry. My brother in Christ, you fucking it up. That's my thought process, personally. My thought process is like, because I'm gonna be real, I have found myself a very huge fan, a very huge proponent of ground turkey. I remember a while back, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make myself some like turkey nuggets or whatever. Tried it, it was phenomenal. Hold on, I gotta lock in on bro here. Oh, I'm so stupid. I just realized. I grabbed like the you shoot in the back of your head one. I thought it was mom's contact. I thought it was one that froze enemies. That's the only reason I grabbed it, bro. I'm a moron. In trying to bomb death, I'm gonna kill myself, bro. Dude, what are you talking about, man? Tony actively kills himself in real time. How does he do it? That's my goat. That's my Isaac goat. A level of skill K-Host couldn't even have, you know? K-Host wished he had. We're on beast now, but I'm 1000% cooked. Why am I cooked? It's because I think I've gotten pretty solid at fighting beast. It is specifically the part where the, what's it called? It's specifically the dumb part of this fight where he's chasing me back through and the stalactites can fall on my head. It's when they are able to fall on me is when I'm getting hit, bro. And it's pissing me the hell off. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe shooting in the eye in the back of my head will be able to help with this. I'm hoping so. I don't know, man. I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest to just not die. I got scared. Okay. Maybe we got it? I don't know. I'm hoping so. I don't know if my DPS is sustainable enough for this though. I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, no, hold on. Hold on, we might have got it. We might have got it. As long as I just keep myself safe. Come on, lock in, Tony. Lock in, Tony. Oh my god, okay. So I'm like not the world's #1 turkey fan, but I'm like #2 at least. Anyways, nice job. I want to thank y'all for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciated. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.